In this episode, I want to share with you 3 steps that you can take to come up with a wildly profitable digital course idea. There are a lot of people out there right now that are really curious about creating a digital course and becoming a digital course creator. But the question that I get asked all the time is, Tanya, what do I create for a digital course? Who's going to listen to me? I don't have any ideas. What should I create? Now, don't get me wrong. There is an amazing amount of impact and income that's to be had in the digital course creation world. I have been a digital course creator since 2014 and created millions and millions of dollars, over $10 million at this point in time in selling digital courses. But some people just get in their own way. I believe that every single person that exists on planet Earth has a really good digital course idea that's brewing inside of you that can be wildly profitable, whether you know it or not. And in this episode, I want to teach you how to extract that idea so that if you want, you can go out there and create an immense amount of impact and income for you and your brand and your business and your family. And by the way, this episode right now is part of a 4/5-part series all about creating digital courses. So if you're watching this on my YouTube channel, make sure to check out the video episodes that are also included in the rest of this playlist, because video 1, I talked about how I generated $250,000 in revenue in 10 days with my very first digital course back in 2014. And this episode is gonna rock your socks. Let's dive in. Welcome to episode 257. My name is Tanya Liza. I help you grow your business, grow your brand, and grow your influence, all using social media. So if you're new here, consider subscribing because I put out a brand new training episode and free resource for you and your business each and every week. Okay, so diving in, step number 1, what you want to do is pull out a piece of paper and a pen, and I want you to write down all of the things that you think that you're good at, or other people think that you're good at, or you get complimented all the time for. Think about things that maybe people ask you for or ask for your help with. So I wrote down some examples of what this would look like just to get your brain kind of stirring a little bit on this. So maybe you have a really good apple pie recipe. Maybe you have some really good unique gardening tips that people ask you about all the time. Maybe you have a really cool way of creating really engaging social media posts on Instagram or Facebook, or maybe you have a specific format you use for something marketing related or social media related. Maybe people ask you about meal prepping. Maybe you're really good at meal prepping or creating meals for your family or creating healthy meals for your family. Maybe you're really good at teaching people fitness tips, or maybe you know how to train your dog really well. I want you to think about all the things that you do in your day-to-day life, or things that you have a unique ability for, or something that you're really good at that other people ask you about. Now, it could be something very small. It could be something very big. It doesn't matter. I want you to do a brain dump and start making that list here in step number 1. And by the way, I know a gal that makes over $100,000 a year teaching people how to make her caramel apple recipe. So yeah, anything goes. Now, before I get into step 2 and 3, you guys know in each episode of Tanya Liza TV, I like to equip you with a free resource that goes with the episode. So in today's episode, since we're talking about ideas to come up with for a profitable digital course, I have a really cool quiz that I would love for you to take. And this quiz is actually created by my good friend, Amy Porterfield. Amy's actually who I learned from in the recent years how to really maximize my digital course efforts. I've actually been through her program called Digital Course Academy, and it was by far one of the most amazing programs I've been through in helping me to create my digital course, at least the 8th one that I created. I wish she was around when I first started in 2014 with this program, but better late than never, because my last launch that I did with her program generated $785,000 in revenue and sales in 10 days with the program that I launched. So I want to leave you her quiz, which is finding your personal path to a profitable digital course. This goes hand in hand with step number 1 is going to help you. So I really want you to take her quiz. I'll leave it in the show notes below. You just click the link and it'll take you to the free quiz that you can take. And then after you're taking the quiz, she's going to give you some really good tips and ideas based on your personal path that the quiz dictated for you. Also, if you're interested in her digital course academy, she doesn't always have it open for enrollment, but depending on when you're watching this video, it might be open. So I'll leave a link in the show notes below for you to check out Digital Course Academy. And that link that you'll click will actually take you to my personal bonus page where we're giving over $2,000 of additional bonuses if you buy the course through my affiliate link. Yes, I'm an affiliate for her program because I absolutely love it, but we've also given you an opportunity to bonus out a lot more if you purchase it through us with a 2-day marketing seminar that we'd love to invite you to. So get the details in the show notes below, and I hope you have the opportunity to join us inside of the DCA community. So step number 2, using that same piece of paper and same pen that you're writing with, I want you to list out all of the wins that you have had in your life and or your business. Now, what's a win? A win could be any kind of accomplishment. So I've made a couple of examples here for you to start getting some ideas from. So as an example, maybe you're good at running 5K runs or any kind of marathon or triathlon. Maybe that's something that you're good at or an accomplishment that you've had in your life. Maybe you have been awarded like the best boss award, or people tell you at work all the time, you're the best boss, or you're the best supervisor, or you're the best employee because you're really good at XYZ. Maybe you're a top affiliate or you've had sales awards that you have earned, or maybe you have sold a business before and you have done a really great exit or buyout. I'm starting to think about any of the things that you've had success or results with. Maybe you've earned bonuses at work for something. Maybe you just make the best freaking dinners at home and your kids absolutely love everything that you cook and create and give them. I want you to think of absolutely in anything that you can think of as an accomplishment or win in your life. Now, step number 3, if you can't think of any accomplishments or wins or things that you're good at or people ask you for help with, go to your network, go to some of your closest people and say, hey, when you think of me and you think of the things that I might be really good at or might be really helpful with, what comes to mind? Now, once you have completed these 3 steps, and I'm going to give you a bonus step here in a minute that actually works really well to take this to another level. But once you have these 3 sort of steps written down and you've asked your people, or maybe you do know all of your wins and accomplishments, like you're looking at this list, I want you to ask yourself, out of all of these things that I have just brain dumped on this list, what would I get excited sharing with the world? Like, what would I love teaching? What would I love putting out there? And like I said, my friend, it doesn't have to be anything massive or big or intrusive or like super, exorbitant, like amount of information. All right. All it needs to be is something that you're good at that the rest of the world might be interested in as well. Or some of the rest of the world, your little pocket, your tribe pocket would be interested in well. Like I said, I know a gal that's making over $100,000 a year teaching her caramel apple recipe. People wanted to know what it was, and she's just making caramel apples at home for her kids. And one day she brought caramel apples to a party and they were like, these are the best. We want the recipe. And she's now created a 6-figure business from this. So if that's not inspiring, I don't know what is. I want you to come up with these ideas. So a bonus tip, after you've looked at that list and you've thought to yourself, I would love to teach this. Like this might be a really good idea for a digital course. And what you can do is you can go out there and you can survey your audience and you can ask them if they think it's a good idea or if they would be interested in learning more if you put something together for them. Now, and I'll show you how this goes about. You can construct the post, but I want you to know that I don't want you to weigh your entire decision on if you go in this direction or not on surveying your audience, because it really depends on your audience. You might have an audience that is really primed and ready for what it is that you want to teach or what it is that you want to share. And some of you might not, because it really has to do, so it doesn't mean that it's not going to be a good digital course idea. It just might not be falling on the ears of the right audience. So what you want to do is make a post on social media that says, hey, looking at teaching and sharing with you guys my caramel apple recipe that everyone always asks me about. And if I were to put this in a step-by-step format and you could learn about my famous caramel apple recipe that people would rave about all day long after you created it for them, would you be interested in learning more about this? And you could just do a couple posts. Now, what this does is it's a buzz post as well. So it creates buzz around something that possibly might be coming, which is good. And then another thing is it helps you to decide, would my audience be interested in this as well? So it kind of pre-survey, so it kind of knows, it'll help you to know, will my audience be a good audience to sell this to? Now, it doesn't mean that that's your only audience, because when you create your digital course, and especially if you follow Amy Porterfield's Digital Course Academy, we're teaching you how to attract an audience that's going to be perfect for what it is that you create. Doesn't necessarily mean it has to be your current audience right now. But this is also a really good bonus tip to help you get more insight and intel on your course idea that you're trying to come up with. Okay, so 3 steps to figuring out a profitable digital course, along with a little bonus tip on surveying your audience. I highly, highly recommend that you take Amy's quiz on your personal path to a profitable digital course. I'll leave a link to that in the show notes below where you're watching this video. So please take that quiz. It's very, very, very helpful. And it will also help you to come up with great idea that is profitable as far as a digital course goes. And I also want to make note that this is a series of videos all wrapped around helping you to create a digital course and creating awareness for it. So make sure to watch the other videos that I've included in this playlist series on my YouTube video to help you even more. And depending on when you're watching this episode, if the Digital Course Academy is open for enrollment with Amy Porterfield, I'll leave a link in the description area that goes to my specific affiliate link. And if you purchase through my link, we load you up with a whole bunch of additional bonuses on top of what Amy's giving you. And you won't want to miss out on what we've put together for you. But it might not be open all the time when you're watching this video. She opens it up a few times a year. And there's a very small window of opportunity right now as I'm filming this episode that DCA is open. And I hope you get the opportunity to come and join us in Digital Course Academy. All right, my friend, I will see you on the next episode of Tanya Liza TV. If you know anybody else that would find value in this episode, please smash that share button, give it a thumbs up, get it out to your people, and I'll see you next week.